So I have a question for you today. What's your favorite way to learn about God? There's so much more to learning about God than just going to church and reading the Bible. Of course, those things are important, but there are lots of other ways. I learn about God by talking and listening to others. I learn about God by reading my favorite books, like Scaredy Squirrel and If You Give a Pig a Pancake. Oh, and we can also learn lots about God by watching some TV shows and movies. Of course, everyone loves Veggie Tales. But what about God in Harry Potter or The Simpsons? Did you know that there is an entire book on how to know God by watching The Simpsons? Same with a book about God and Winnie the Pooh. We learn best when we look for God and opportunities to learn about God in many different ways and through different experiences. Lots of people say they learn about God in nature and on the golf course. Lots of people tell me that that's where they do their best praying, but I wonder what they're really praying for. Well, this week, I learned about God through Disney. I was trying to understand something about the kingdom of God. Exactly. What the heck does that mean? I used to think of God's kingdom as a place we went someplace in the sky after we died. But then this story in the Bible about Jesus healing a man who was born blind, I think that maybe it was about Jesus helping him to see God's kingdom in a new way. About not being far away, but being here, right now. Living in God's kingdom means making loving choices to be respectful and kind and generous and compassionate to everyone, even the everyones that nobody else likes. Sometimes these loving choices make others a little unhappy. For example, say someone at your school is lonely because the other kids don't want to play with them and you decide to be their friend. But that makes your other friends angry because they want to play with you and only you. So I bet a lot of you have seen Aladdin, right? Do you know how the theme song goes? A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no or where to go or say we're only dreaming. Well, God's kingdom is a whole new world. And remember how Jasmine felt so trapped within the palace walls, and she wanted so bad to go out and experience life. She wanted to see the real world, to experience real things. And then she met Aladdin, and together they discovered their inner strength and they risked so much in order to save the castle, even though hardly anyone believed in them. The genie helped them to believe in themselves. The blind man who Jesus healed was also trapped. He was trapped by his inability to see, and because no one expected him to be able to do anything. And then he met Jesus. And because Jesus opened his eyes, he discovered a whole new world. He also had inner strength and just needed someone to help him find it. And think about all of the Disney stories where someone, usually a princess, is trapped by something or someone and needs to be saved. I guess Disney doesn't know that real princesses don't need to be saved. Real princesses are amazing, and anyone who's ever read Princess Penelope knows that. So this week, I would like you to take some time to look for lessons about God in who you talk to, in what you read or watch or see in nature, on your way to school or out for a walk with your family. God's lessons are everywhere, and all we need to do is look for them. When we expect to see God everywhere, we will see God everywhere. So go, see God, learn what you can. See you next week.